Welcome. Good afternoon. This is not an April Fool's joke. This is really Facebook Live with your Miss Lit Town. I'm Melinda Seegers. And our special guest today is village artist Paul Lundberg. Paul,
Hi.
We're always glad to have you with us.
It's
Welcome.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Good. Let's start by sharing with our viewers what villages you are currently working on, I guess I should say.
What I'm currently working on?
Yeah, I mean, what villages, licensed villages are you currently responsible for?
Pretty much the same as I've talked about before. Grinch, Disney, Pumpkin Town, a couple of new Disney pieces, Beetlejuice, Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter. Yeah.
Let's see what else. I mean, I mix in here and there on kind of all the licenses here and there, so a little bit of
Beetlejuice
everything.
is new for us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we are liking licensed. Do you like licensed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it fun to try to take something you've seen like in a movie or in a book and recreate it three-dimensionally?
It can be. I think probably the most interesting licenses for me are ones where they give you a little bit of creative freedom to kind of do what you want within the license. Well, like Grinch, we base it loosely off the book. So it's nice. They've let us kind of just take little tidbits out of the book and create buildings and themes around little sentences or things that are said.
And are
book,
some licenses a lot stricter than others?
Yes, some licenses you have to go right to the T, or even outside of it. You'll create something that some vision that they have, or whoever's in charge will have a little vision of something that's completely different. So
Yeah.
you have to kind of listen to what they say.
So there's a lot of back and forth with
Yes, for
sketches
sure.
and colors and
Absolutely.
getting it all right.
Absolutely,
Great.
yeah.
Well, do they present any additional challenges that you don't have when you're designing classic brands? Now, do you do much in classic brands like the Dickens Village, North Pole, Snow Village,
North
Christmas
Pole.
in the City?
Yeah, I do North Pole.
Oh, that's right. You do all of North Pole,
Right,
don't
yep,
you? Yeah.
yep.
So that's completely a different mindset when you're working on that.
It can be, yeah. I mean,
Santa doesn't call you on the phone and ask you how things are going with his
have
village?
to pass it by Santa.
Yeah.
Does this look okay, Santa? Well, it depends. We have pieces that fit just within North Pole, that are just our own thoughts, our own designs, and then we have licensed pieces in North Pole as well. We'll have M&M or Pez this year, Dum Dums, and then you have to kind of,
Yeah, and we've
get
had
their
things
approval.
in the past too.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I kind of started out. My first few pieces of North Pole were just our own creations, and then I think because the Lunds, when Barb was designing North Pole, she didn't like working on the licensed stuff, so it all fell.
Because it was like you said before, a lot of that back and forth and having to get approval on
Yeah,
things.
she didn't want the back. She's like, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't want to. Not that it was anything. She just was more creative for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, everybody has their own strengths.
And it
too.
took more time. It takes more time.
Oh, of
a lot
course.
of times you have to redo things multiple times.
Yeah,
to get
something
it
that
to
you think
approval.
looks great, they'll say,
Yeah. So if you don't like redoing things and, want to get things done quick, which I'm sure she probably did.
Well, let's start with Mickey's Christmas Village. And this is a neat piece. Let me turn it on here. And there's a couple of neat things about it. This is called Duck the Halls, this boat. And the accessory piece is called What I Really, Really Want, but I can't say it the way Donald would say it.
I can't either.
And this is great because these are both going to be limited edition pieces for 2024, and it's
Yes.
Donald Duck's 90th birthday this year. I think he looks
90.
pretty good for 90.
Looks amazing.
Yes,
he
he
looks
does.
better than he did the first day he was born.
Yeah, he did. His first appearance from Disney was in a little movie called, let's see, I've got The Wise Little Hen in 1934.
Yeah.
Long before either of us were born. And it was part of the Silly Symphonies series of cartoon shorts. And it gave the date of June 9th. So that is when Disney officially recognizes Donald's birthday. So in June
9th.
yeah, Donald will be 90 years old.
Wow.
And this
Yeah,
is
that's cool.
really a cute piece. And it doesn't have any of the markings on the bottom, so I won't show you that. But anything you want to tell us or show us about this piece?
I can. So this one actually was designed by Tom Bates. So, and he, well, in this piece, it's kind of based off of reference that he's found. And I can show.
From
some,
Disney?
Yeah, it's all Disney stuff. It's old cartoons, the original. So he's kind of mixed everything together and made his own creation here.
Okay, let's
So I can
take a look.
I'll show this page. I think it's all on here anyway.
Rebecca?
So this white, you can show that little boat there. That was like the original one, I think, from 1934. And then there's just other little, little scenes out of cartoons. But in 1934, he was created as a sailor. He had his little sailor suit on, so he's always been a sailor.
And no pants.
No, he never wears pants. Yeah. That's his trademark, no pants. So yeah, I think he just ran with, it was pretty, this one was a pretty fun one to do because he lives in a boat. He's always lived in a boat or some type of boat house, so he just kind of pulled, imagery from everywhere and kind of created
It's
something.
a little different for the Disney Village.
It is, yeah.
I mean, as a piece.
For sure. I think it's the cutest thing, though.
It really is.
Yeah,
really
especially
is.
for him. He's a sailor, so.
So and remember, it is a limited edition. So if you're liking it, don't wait. Get it this year.
And here, I could show his final art. This is what his final. And there's a little group of, I can't remember their name. His little nephews.
Huey,
Joey, and Louie. Yeah. So they're they're opening their presents, but that's the actual final artwork that was sculpted.
And
off of.
that's another accessory that will be out this year.
Yeah.
That one, I'm not sure if that's a limited edition or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Both the accessory of Donald showing what I really, really want with him and the boat itself are both limited editions for this year.
You got a little mini sailboat for Christmas. Funny.
Well, that's Donald.
Yep.
That's Donald. Okay. Let's talk about this other one here. Let's see. I need
the bulb out of there.
I need the bulb out of
Yeah.
here. Yep.
Do you want me to put this somewhere? I'll move that stuff out of the way.
Thank you.
Yep.
This is one I know you did. And what do you want to tell us about this? And I'll put the two accessories up here as well.
Excellent. So this one, it kind of was the second thought after, because I worked on Pumpkin Town, and it's kind of that unique look within Disney. So Disney, our normal Disney Village is it's Mickey and Minnie and all the other characters just kind of living in a little town. And it started out kind of North Pole-y looking almost, where kind of almost what is it like? What is that in Europe, where it's that kind of
like a Swiss,
something like that. Yeah.
Alpine
look. Yeah, that's how it started. But it kind of has evolved into more kind of whimsical.
And for those that don't know Pumpkin Town is Disney's Halloween fall.
It's a Halloween thing.
So everything's in a pumpkin, and there are pumpkin topiaries and all kinds of cute pumpkin things for that. And we'll show some things for that another session.
Yes.
But
this is the same thing. This is like it's Mickey Village, but it's got a whole candy, bakery, gingerbread house theme.
And this is something you've worked on for North Pole as well.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, the gingerbread pieces for North Pole.
Yeah. So
I thought it was perfect for this piece,
yes.
and the accessory is fantastic.
Yeah. Did you do the accessory?
Yeah. Yep. And a little macaroon tree goes with it. Little macaroon on the front of the house, and it's all
on the front of the house.
Yeah, there's one just kind of sitting next to the door.
I see it.
So and I think those pastel colors right now are kind of trendy. So the pastel kind of soft colors, and it's perfect for, putting in your kitchen if you like baking or candy, all that kind of Christmas food.
And just a cute little vignette all by itself.
All by itself, it's really cool.
So I mean, these three little pieces together, if you have a little area in your kitchen, that would look just adorable. And of course, if you see here on the side, he's got ears above the windows.
Yeah, there's ears. Even the front door has a couple of little peppermint ears over the front awning, so it's got a little Mickey.
Oh, there.
Mickey details. They're a little bit harder to see, but yeah, little Mickey Mouse.
They like that, don't they?
I think so, yeah.
They like to hide Mickey's ears wherever they can.
Or find them if you're looking for them.
Exactly.
But I can show the artwork if you want to show the sketch.
Let's do that.
Yeah, so I'll start out. This one doesn't have, this one's pretty tight, but it shows the initial sketches. You can show those, Rebecca. So the house and the accessory. And those are pretty tight. I couldn't find my original. My original sketches were much more, kind of rough and sketchy than that. But
And some of these what do I want to say, sketches and some of this artwork, we have a room here at Department 56. I don't even know if we have a name for the room, but it has multiple huge file drawers, and every single piece from every introduction, I'm not sure how complete they are back to 1976,
it
but
used to go way back.
yeah. I mean, I haven't had to look for anything like that far back, but if we need something like these kinds of sketches now, any of the artists can, if you need some reference, if you need to
Right.
see what things look like, how the sketches develop, all of that kind of artwork is preserved.
Yes. We have artwork going way back to old Neelam Lund's old artwork, and it's cool. It's like tissue paper and ink drawings and like marker over the top of like overlays. It's really cool stuff. So
Yeah.
Here
Of course,
is-
with computers now, you can.
it's all print out a new copy anytime you want.
Yeah.
So you can show this art too with that, guys. The macaroon tree.
It's kind of fun to have a tree in
Yeah,
a
it's a
little
fun-
village like this, and
Yes.
macaroons are certainly a popular item these days.
Definitely, and we always, we've kind of gone way back to the original. We had a similar tree to that in the original Mickey Village. I can't remember what that one's called, but it's got the little ears on top, just like that.
Oh yeah, it's like a little Mickey hat.
It's a hat on, hat on top of it.
The ears hat, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the accessory's cute. Mickey's giving Minnie a little candy cane treat.
A little?
It's huge. It's life size. It's like life size.
If you didn't hear Rebecca, she goes, a little?
Yeah.
That's a large candy cane, yes.
Yeah.
Proves that she must be very special to him.
Yeah.
And I didn't even notice this until just now. Boy, she's got some bling on her shoes there.
Yeah. She's got little candy attachments or whatever it is.
okay.
Yeah. So this is fun to work on.
Yeah.
And there's more coming, just so everybody knows. This is going to be, like Pumpkin Town will do, keep it rolling. So you'll have the nice little display of
Yeah, for sure.
a couple of buildings at least and some more accessories. It'll be a fun little grouping. That's all. said
And
done,
great,
yeah.
like you say, great colors and
Details are fantastic.
Yeah.
The details are amazing on these pieces. I was so
yeah,
excited to see them.
the factory's done a really nice
Yes.
job on them.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd take you all afternoon to paint it like that. At
Yeah,
least it
for
would
sure.
take me that long.
Well, me too. Me
Okay.
too.
All right, let's
All right.
move on.
Over here.
And now we are going to look at another of our very, very favorite licensed piece series, and that would be The Grinch.
Grinch. Yes.
So which one would you like to start with, Paul?
It's up to you. Whatever you want to start with. Just grab.
How about, because I've
Sure.
already got the bulb here.
Yes.
This is the new for 2024. I don't know if I say it right, the Santee suit?
Santee suit, which I can show the book. We'll talk about it first, but
Okay,
It's
and I didn't understand this until you told me about it.
right. So it's the Santee Suit Shop. It was just it's another little, like I was talking about earlier. There's a little thing, a little blurb in the book that talks about Grinch and making his Santee suit. So this is where because he goes through lots of suits. We talked about other reasons why there's a shop for his Santee suits, but this is where his Santee suits are made. And he's getting measured for his suit right there.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thought here was, initially, I've been working on this idea because the building is actually shaped like Grinch's body, which is kind of, I wanted to do this shape for a long time.
I had, when I look at it, it just, to me, it almost
didn't.
looks like a chimeria. Is that what that's called? Those fireplace things
Oh, yeah.
that you can put
It
on
does
your
look like
patio.
that. It
But
does
you're
look
right. It is the shape of his body.
Pretty much the exact shape of his body. I kind of went right over the outline of his body. So that was kind of a fun idea. I was looking for
Yeah.
unique shapes for the Grinch pieces.
Well,
'cause
now
they
that we
end up-
know that, we'll
Yeah.
all see that when we see that shape.
And it's even green like him, which I said, it's got to be green. If we're
Yeah.
making it the shape of his body, it's got to be green. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a fun piece, though. I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun working on it. And I can show.
And
Well, we
this-
don't need to show that. I suppose. Yeah, we should show that. I think we can show. Here she is. So which is funny because I had pulled this one right here. This she's at the dinner table. That's the actual accessory because I drew up some pieces before, and we showed the licensor, and they'd say, well, where are you getting these people from? Where is this, and you should be referencing the book. And I said, I have been referencing the book, and we showed them right out of I've been doing that for a while, so they're like, oh, that's great. You just have to point it out to them.
Yeah, sure.
So the characters,
So it shows you're more familiar with the book than they are.
apparently. Well, there's a lot of characters, so maybe they just couldn't pick her up, and I'm like, there she is right there. So that's
So that's your Bible that you reference?
pretty much get any little word out of there. You're like, oh yeah, there you go. I can make an idea out of that. So yeah, super cute. And maybe we'll show the other one, and then I can go through sketches,
Sure.
show the artwork, and just.
Okay.
I have some really
Here, I
rough
will
sketches
just put
on
this
these.
off to the side. We'll leave it out here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then we will bring this one up, which
Yeah.
has its own adapter. And I think this one you absolutely have to show lit because
Oh, yeah.
of the lights.
Yes.
In fact, I looked at this
Oh,
in
so
the
cool.
catalog, and it does not do it justice.
No.
Even the picture does not do it justice in the catalog. But
No.
there it is, and that is the Whoelectric, is that what it is?
Electric, yep.
Whoelectric Christmas light repair, because he has to take a tree from Cindy Lou's house back to the shop to be repaired.
That's right.
So now we have a place
That's right.
that all the Who's in Whoville can get their.
It is.
is-
I think I marked that page. Yeah. So he says there's a light out, and this little page right here. He says there's a light. There's a light out. He's got to bring it back and repair the lights right over here. So that's where that idea came from, to do a light shop. And also, this technology came about recently, where they put these little. It's like little rice. It's like the size of a piece of rice.
Yeah,
and
it is.
And they kick off a bunch of lights. So it's one of those cool
Very
technology.
effective.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Very
oh, we
effective.
need to. I can't remember. I think we just had these string of lights. And I'm like, oh, we have to put that on a house for sure.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Yeah.
the mix of ideas.
Yeah,
out of the
and
book
when you
then
turn it off, I
technology.
mean, the house doesn't look.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as cute
No.
as when you put the lights on.
Yeah, they just nailed that. It's
Yeah.
perfect. And then I'll show that guy. That's
Oh,
another
this guy.
fun-
Yeah.
where he is in the book, so people can. It's this guy right here. So I took that guy. He looked like he had a mustache, and he's got glasses, so it's like perfect.
Yeah, he's.
It's a
I
perfect
remember
cool
him.
character.
I remember him from the animated
Sure,
series too.
sure.
He's definitely in there.
Did you want to show him close up so they could kind of see the mustache and his glasses, right? Basically, right out of the kind of straight out.
I
of
like the
book.
way the glasses turned out good on him.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Again, the factories are just nailing scalps and stuff.
That's great.
Yeah.
And is it because you're doing them in resin now that you can get that kind of a detail on?
On the figures, yeah.
On the
The
figures?
houses are still in porcelain. The figure we've always done the figures in porcelain or in resin, but yeah. And same with the
Yeah, I mean,
Disney stuff.
There's no way you could get this kind
No.
of detail
No,
in porcelain.
it'd be really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
So
do the
cool.
same with the Disney. It's the accessories are resin, the houses are porcelain. It's been that way since. the
And it's
beginning,
not cheaper to do them that
so.
way.
No, they're no cheaper. Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay.
You'd think it would be, but
Yeah.
so I can show the sketches, and these are just rough sketches, and things have changed. So that's the.
I love your
original-
rough sketches,
This
though.
one's super. These are super rough, and this is kind of like the evolution of this piece. So then it goes to that, and then that's the final.
Do you?
This is the suit shops.
Yeah, this is a Santee suit shop. So it starts out looking nothing like it actually turned out. It ended up being kind of.
Do you always start with a rough sketch on paper, or do you sometimes start right on the computer designing, or does it depend?
Yeah, I always sketch. Even if it's like Beetlejuice, where you're just taking the house right out of the movie, I think I still sketched that up. But yeah, I'm not sure. I
Does that help get the creative juices flowing on it?
Well, with this, you almost have to, because it's a completely new, different design. So sitting on a computer, it would be hard to draw that. For me, it'd be difficult to draw that on a computer. It's way easier to use pencil, and you could just kind of roughly get something really, really rough, and then you scan it and go over the top of it again and again, and just kind of refine it, get the details of shape just right. So, so then we can show. This is the artwork for. Oh, there's another. I think there's another. No, that's not. You can just show the. Yeah, that's the Whoelectric, and there's the character, the guy from. Probably.
Click on this one, you had a different accessory idea at first.
Yes, that was a different accessory. Yeah, so it evolves. That was the initial. He's like fixing the light, and then we thought, why not do?
Got a workbench.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cute.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the Grinch. I'm going to talk about the couple other things.
Those
Okay.
other, yeah.
You leave that out there.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Because they're so darn cute. Over there. And another animated piece that's new for this year. And that
Animated. What is it called?
I don't have.
I think we called it the animate. It's an animated tree. It's a present tree. This is one that Tim worked on. So it's a great animated piece with the lights. The lights.
It's also kind of a, what do I want to say, like a centerpiece kind of thing.
Definitely has
where
a
you could
centerpiece
definitely
vibe to
put
it.
the houses around it and
For
have
sure.
this be in the center. And Who Purple, that's a real typical.
Very colorful, and
Yeah.
the little pom poms on all the presents are it's a classic kind of Who.
Yeah, and they're soft.
Soft little pom poms. We put those back in the day. We put those on the original Who trees, the
Yes.
Whoville trees. I mean the Grinch trees. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of ties back to those.
And this,
original
I
trees.
do know, comes with a battery box, but it is AC/DC adaptable.
Mhm.
So that's why I had to go find a different adapter,
Oh, there
because
you
it
go.
wasn't that adapter. And
So
then
it's cool to have an animated
yeah,
piece in Grinch.
yeah, it just kind of brings things to life.
Totally does. Yeah.
And then let's talk about these. These come in, I believe it's a set of either 2 or 4. I think it's 2.
I think it's a set of 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that these, they put in the display down in Memphis at the UNESCO Gallery and Gift Shop down there in our Grinch display. And people picked up on it instantly, like, what are these and
yeah.
where are they going to
Right.
be?
Really cool. And they kind of
Yeah,
tie into
and
the.
I don't think we've ever had any kind of fencing in
I don't think
Grinch.
so. Not that I remember. And they
So-
tie into the arch, the
Yeah.
archway to the
And
entrance of town.
they go with that arch.
Yep, yep, they tie right into it. So yeah, it's a great little set too.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, very good. Well, Paul, this has been fun. I've learned a lot. I especially like this little tidbit about the shape of this piece, and I think nobody will look at this Santee Suits shop the same again because
Probably
it's
not.
so cool. It's always great to hear about the inspiration, the drawings. Good heavens, Paul's favorite book must be How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Our next Facebook Live is scheduled for May 2nd, when we will show you some of the Ruby anniversary pieces for Dickens' 40th birthday, or 40th anniversary, and some new additions for Christmas in the City. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.